Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tech Tuesdays, and today we're going to look at Easy Grade Pro and how to email all your grades to the students. I find it quite beneficial because you can just simply hit Control I, Enter, and then all of your grade reports go to all the different students individually. And there's a spot to put parents' email addresses if you have parents who want to stay on top of their kids' grades as well. So first, let me show you how to set it up. So here we have the class I've created. It's myself and a few other students. We can see most of them are doing well, but some of the students are struggling. So then this would look like your class. I've created a new one called Example. So you go into File, and then go into Email/Internet, something like this. So this screen, something like this will come up, and you want to go over here. So you might get this screen, which is List. That'd be all the students in this class. And you want to click on this item, so email student reports. Okay, you're not worried about any of the other ones. And then these are the other options. Term 1 example. So example is the name of my course, where I have geography and biology are the names of my courses I actually use. And then you could have all students in term 1. So if you want to update, send all your kids' grades at once, you can just do that, or go class by class. Or if just one student didn't get an email, you can go select students on the list. You can just select one student and their report will be mailed. But for the purpose of this, we'll say all students in this class, say term 1. So that is the list option. When we come over here to the other options, I'm going to help you how to set it up. So the few things you have to do. First, you need to be hooked up to the LAN. Same thing when checking your emails. It won't work through the Wi-Fi because it's a different email proxy. Right here, email subject. So this will stay the same for each classes. So I just put like email heading. So whenever they get the email, it just says grades, and then they'll see my name, so they know the grades from whatever course I'm teaching them. Because if you put biology grades in here, you'd have to change it anytime you wanted to send, say, geography grades. Student with their name only, name or ID, anything like that, or you can limit it for security. I just leave their name on it. We see student email address 1 and student email address 2. I will show you where to input the email addresses after this. And I'll show there's two spots. So I have both selected because one student wants them sent to her parents and to her as well, to her mother. So then I have two email addresses for it, and then that's fine. I could also here select teacher email address if I wanted to get all of the emailed grades, which I don't. Okay, so that's the first. Next, email setup. So this is very important when it comes to actually setting it. You won't be able to do it unless you have all this set up. So teacher email, input my email address. So if they want to reply or they think there's something wrong, they know where to reply to. So that's my email address. The name that comes up in the email, mine. This is the SMTP our server at Sunway. So put in smtp.sunway.edu.my. Okay, so I'll leave that up right there. You can just have a look and copy that whenever you want to do that. So that's important for the email server. And then here, click this box, SMTP server requires authentication. So whenever it goes in your email address, it has to input your name and password to send all the emails out. So here, account ID and password. So you want both those put in. So this is my email address, whatever I use to log into webmail, and my password for that. So it'll go right through. And then I batch the emails to avoid spam. So some email accounts have like spam blockers, and they know if a whole bunch of emails were sent out at once. So I do them in batches of 10 and then with a 5-second pause, and that's fine. And it's just that simple. Okay, so this is the idea of, this is what you need whenever you're actually going to set up the emails. So whenever I go to send the email, also at the bottom here, so whenever you finish setting up the email, which is not too hard, then you can include other reports. So all of these are the boxes you check into what you want to send the student. So include multiple classes on each report. It's not necessary for us because we just necessarily teach one course in the high school. So include student title on the data. So you want include student title data. So you want their name there. I don't care necessarily about intro or proscript text. I don't see what it does. But I do like the grade summary charts we see there. Right, I want to see them. I want them to know their knowledge, thinking, application, and communication grades, and then what they have out of 100, so I can show them what to work on. So I need to work on my application mark, and then we can sit down and discuss with the teacher how I might do that. And then also the assignment chart, right? So I've only input Unit 1 test for this example class, but this would have every single assignment you've given them, what they got out of 100, what grade they received on that. I also find this is great because if a student finds that there was something I inputted a number wrong, they can always be like, oh, sir, I would like this to be changed or anything like that. Okay, so that's just simple as checking those boxes. Okay, so whenever you're done, I'll just get out of here. So that's the email and how to set it up. So you might wonder how to set up. So what I have here, double click the student's name. This is where you can go in and edit their information. And we see here, email address 1. Okay, so I've input my actual Sunway email address, and I'll show you what the email looks like when you receive it. And then email address 2, if my mom or dad were curious as to how how my grades are, that you can put them in there. So next student, I've made sure I put in fake student ID, fake, all the fake email addresses, so they won't get it. This can be done very easily. You can either ask the students to write them all down, you can type them in yourself, or if you pair it with a program like Socrative, you just give them the Socrative code and they go to the website and you just ask them to put in their name and email address. Then you can open both windows and then just drag and drop or copy and paste the emails into the email folder. Okay, so once you have the email addresses in here, and then you have your file, email, internet all set up, it's just as simple as hitting. I'll show you how simple it is. So now this is the best part. Right now I have all my email addresses in, and I've just finished grading their Unit 1 test, so I'd like to send their email addresses. So I hit Control I, this window comes up, and then I simply hit Enter. Done, just like that. So there's 5 email addresses connect. So I don't have an active internet connection because I'm not sitting at my desk, but if I did, I'd hit yes, and then the emails would be sent. And it's just that easy, and then you can look at all the email addresses. So there's no need in hitting yes because I'm not hooked up to the LAN network. So let me show you as to what the email looks like. So here we go. An email from Blake Waters, grades Blake Waters. So this is what they will get in their inbox. And then it just solves wasting class time to show each student their grade. And then they get a perfect breakdown. It saves paper. You don't have to print anything out. And the students, and more importantly, the parents, can stay very involved with how their students are doing. And the students can see directly what they need to work on. Okay, thank you all very much. And I will see you in a couple weeks' time for another Tech Tuesday talk. Thank you.